Hello everyone. So I'm going to walk you through our research question number 2 on producers. So if you weren't able to make it to our live class today, make sure you start out by watching this video, which reviews the definition for what is a producer. What is a producer? So knowing that a producer is any organism that makes its own food, usually plants in an ecosystem, I am going to go through my research resources in EPIC to try and figure out what kind of producers my ecosystem has. Today I will be working on wetlands. So I'm going to go into EPIC, into my research library on wetlands, and I'm currently inside the book A Wetland Habitat, where I thought I could get lots of information specifically about all the different types of organisms inside a wetland. So as I read through, I was skimming to find examples of producers or plants. So as I skimmed through, I saw that there was a whole section just on marsh plants. And as I read, I'm going to try and pull out different kinds of producers that I see and information that I might have about them. So this section says, many kinds of plants grow in marshes. Burr reeds and cattails grow in water. They grow along the edges of the marshes. The water is shallow near the edges of the marshes. So here I already have two examples, the burr reed and cattails. So I'm going into research question 2, and I'm going to add these to my producers. So we have the burr reed and the cattail. Now, I'm going to try and fill in as much energy as I have about them. So I know that they get their water because they grow in marshes. And they're able to get water that way. Let's keep reading. Water plants. Some marsh plants grow in the middle of the marshes. These water lilies are growing in the middle of the marsh. They have large green leaves. The leaves float on top of the water. So already I've learned about another type of producer. This is the water lily that float in the middle of marshes. Let's keep reading to see if we can find any more information. Living plants make food. Living things need food to stay alive. Plants make their own food. They make food using sunlight, air, and water. Making food from sunlight, air, and water is called photosynthesis. So now I have a good idea of how my producer finds its energy and its nutrients. So all of the energy comes from the sun. And all of these producers use the sun energy to make their own food. This is called photosynthesis. I'm going to make this a little smaller so it'll all fit in one block. I'm going to make sure that I understand that these all get their nutrients from the same place. As I go, I might find that they have other adaptations that help protect them or keep them safe, and other things that they might add to the ecosystem. Now I want to make sure that I include my text evidence. This was coming from A Wetland Habitat, page 14 through 15. A reminder that this is just one example. So if you have decided that you are doing oceans or you are studying savannas, these would not be producers in your ecosystem. So you are going to study your own library collection. You're going to study your own collection to see what kinds of plants or producers do you think might live in your habitat. Thanks. Happy researching.